The morning light spills gently across time-worn floorboards, revealing a cottage bathed in the whispers of yesteryear. Lace curtains breathe with the rhythm of the breeze, and every surface tells a quiet story of love and patience. This isn't just decor, it's a living memory unfolding softly before your eyes. So take a deep breath and step inside the world where nostalgia truly blooms. Each floral motif, each worn edge of painted wood, feels like a verse in a poem, tender, luminous, sincere. Here, the rush of modernity melts away into something eternal, something softer and more human. It's a place where heart and home meet halfway, curated with warmth and soul. Before we journey deeper into this year's cottagecore renaissance, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your favorite cozy corner idea in the comments below. Your story may just inspire someone else to craft their own haven of calm and charm. Across the design world, a quiet revolution is unfolding, one stitched together by memories, florals, and the fragrance of reclaimed wood. The cottagecore revival isn't about trends, it's a rekindling of warmth and human touch. In 2026, homes whisper again, filled with handcrafted beauty and the poetry of imperfection. Wide, sunlit interiors greet the soul like an embrace. The hues are softened, the furniture gently time-worn, each object placed with affection rather than precision. This revival celebrates the lived-in look, open shelves lined with heirloom china, wool throws draped loosely, stories waiting to be retold. As we wander through this reborn aesthetic, imagine your home not as a showroom, but as a sanctuary for slow living. Let the simplicity speak, let the history linger, and let the gentle heart of cottagecore return to your daily rhythm. Step into a space where colors breathe like the fields beyond the window. Soft sage, honeyed beige, and muted blush flow together like a gentle countryside morning. In the 2026 Cottagecore palette, nature paints the story. Every hue feels touched by sun and soil, by the quiet poetry of passing seasons. These tones don't demand attention, they soothe it. Walls wrapped in creamy off-white cradle accents of fern green and faded rose, while warm wooden floors anchor it all with calm strength. The effect is neither rustic nor polished, simply authentic, a whisper of nature's rhythm made visible. As you style your own world, let the earth guide the brush. Choose natural fabrics, organic textures, and shades that invite peace. Because when you live surrounded by the colors of nature, every dawn feels like a painting in progress. In every petal and vine a story unfolds, delicate florals cascading across wallpapers, cushions, and linens like verses from a love letter left under fading light. These aren't just patterns, they're memories stitched into fabric, nostalgia blooming softly across your walls. In 2026, florals return not as decorations, but as heirlooms in motion. Wide interiors come alive with floral harmony, tapestries echoing garden colors, and botanical prints wandering quietly over drapes. They don't shout, they hum gently like meadow wind, guiding the eye through serenity. Each bloom, muted and aged, whispers of seasons past and the comfort of continuity. Let your home bloom on its own terms. Whether through a single vintage armchair clothed in petals or subtle printed curtains framing the afternoon sun, these florals remind us that imperfection and beauty often grow side by side. Step into a room where every surface holds a century's whisper, the cool weight of brass handles, the honest grain of weathered oak, linen softened by years of sunlight. Vintage materials in 2026 aren't polished for perfection, they're embraced for their imperfections. They ground our homes in story, stitching memory into every touch. Across wide, glowing interiors, woven fabrics and chip-painted finishes coexist effortlessly. Patina becomes art, creases and cracks become design. Layered textures, wicker, lace, old ceramics, breathe familiarity into the space. Together, they create harmony that feels as warm as candlelight and as honest as a long-kept promise. In cottagecore style, texture is emotion. Each material chosen for its soul, not status. It's a design language that speaks softly of care, of time, of hands that shaped beauty without haste. This is the poetry of things imperfect, deeply human, eternally tender. A home's soul is not built from symmetry but from sincerity. In every wide cottage room, there's a hush between objects, a rhythm that reveals intention rather than perfection. The soul lives in mismatched teacups, in faded textiles that still remember touch, and in sunlight pooling gently across cracked paint. In 2026, Cottagecore design invites us to create spaces that breathe with memory. An open room filled with storytelling, heirloom furniture beside fresh blooms, aged mirrors reflecting quiet mornings. Nothing is staged, yet everything belongs because each piece holds purpose, a fragment of your own history painted in harmony. When you walk through a home like this, you don't see walls, you feel emotions layered across time. It's authenticity made visible, proof that beauty doesn't demand newness, only love. Every corner becomes a whisper of peace, a gentle reminder that your lived-in story is already art. Light in a cottage home is more than illumination, it is memory. It drifts softly through sheer curtains, landing gently across vintage furniture like a sigh of calm. In these wide, sun-washed rooms, every golden beam feels alive, tracing textures that tell a story of peace and permanence. As daylight moves through the hours, tones shift, honey in the morning, amber by dusk. This play of warmth wraps each space in a cinematic stillness, a serene dance between nature and design. There's no artificial glare here, only the silent poetry of sunlight touching worn wood and soft linens. To design with light is to design emotion. Let candles flicker in the evening, let soft shadows fall across painted walls. Because serenity blooms not from silence, but from a gentle kind of radiance, one that feels like being home. The magic of 2026 cottagecore design lies in balance, where the charm of the past meets the breath of the present. Wide, open rooms marry antique furniture with modern comfort, creating harmony that feels both timeless and alive. A sleek lamp glows beside a hand-carved table, linen meets marble, and together they sing softly of evolution. Here, the goal is not contrast but conversation. Vintage patterns rest easily beside contemporary silhouettes, and handcrafted pottery sits alongside clean, minimal lines. It's a gentle dialogue between then and now, proof that nostalgia and innovation can share the same air without losing their voice. As you shape your own cottage space, remember, blending eras is an art of intuition. Choose pieces that carry memory but welcome comfort. The beauty of this style emerges when the old and new exist not in opposition, but in steady, quiet companionship. In every home, there are corners that feel like a heartbeat, the quiet nooks where warmth gathers naturally. In cottagecore interiors, these wide inviting spaces are soft with layered textiles and golden glows, surrounded by comfort that asks nothing but presence. Here, time slows and serenity comes to sit beside you. A window seat dressed in linen, a worn armchair beside a low table dotted with books, each detail crafted for calm. These corners tell their own stories, where sunlight lingers just long enough to paint the walls in peace. They remind us that harmony doesn't need grandeur, only grace. Let your cozy spaces be little sanctuaries, a bridge between stillness and life's gentle rhythm. Fill them with scent, warmth, and softness till they breathe with personality and calm. Because in the end, comfort isn't found in things, it's found in how they make you feel. In the quiet rhythm of cottagecore, layering becomes an act of poetry. Wide rooms unfold in gentle harmony, linens upon lace, wood upon wool, light resting tenderly over shadow. Each layer adds depth without clutter, like brushstrokes in a timeless painting of calm and warmth. The beauty lies in balance. A floral quilt draped over a simple chair, textured rugs overlapping with ease, wicker baskets grounding polished wood. Each element earns its place by how it feels, not just how it looks. This is styling as storytelling, every layer an echo of care. As you design your own layered haven, remember that simplicity has depth. Contrast rough with refined, muted with glowing, pattern with stillness. When harmony is guided by feeling instead of rule, even the simplest objects become part of a grand, tender design. Cottagecore interiors breathe with the seasons, evolving gently rather than changing abruptly. In spring, wide rooms glow with the brightness of fresh blooms. In autumn, the same spaces deepen into amber warmth. It's a living rhythm, the home adapting naturally, the palette shifting like nature's quiet sigh. Floral linens give way to wool throws, open windows close to candlelight, and yet the essence stays unchanged, comfort. These transitions remind us that design isn't static, it's alive, moving with our moods and the air outside. Cottage decor embraces this flow, never resisting time's soft hand. to live seasonally is to design with emotion. Let sunlight teach you brightness and winter teach you stillness. Allow each turn of the year to leave its own gentle brushstroke, painting your home with presence, patience, and warmth. As the light fades across our final frame, the cottage stands timeless, a sanctuary of softness, anchored by florals, warmth, and memory. In every wide-open room, past and present breathe together, wrapped in golden calm. This is not just design, it's a way of living that honors beauty, patience, and soul. Twenty 2026 reminds us that true cottagecore design isn't about replication, but renewal. It's how we fill our spaces with quiet meaning, with stories whispered through fabric and color, through sunlit mornings and gentle evenings. Every choice becomes a reflection of who we are and what we cherish. If this journey filled your heart with warmth, remember to subscribe, like, and share your favorite moment below. Tell us which detail spoke to you, the light, the florals, or the harmony of textures. Together, let's keep vintage beauty alive, glowing softly in every home that's made with soul.